This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, I already came out with videos earlier this morning, but you know how we do, man. I had to get that full total body workout in. We all about that health journey, man. Above all else, your health is your number one wealth. I'm going to say that again. Your health is your number one wealth. Don't ever forget that. Now on to the video. Mikey Garcia will be demolished by Errol Spence. Part what? Whew. 65, boy. We getting up in this thing. We getting loud and we getting proud and we ain't playing. Here's the tale of the tape with this fight. Mikey Garcia will be demolished. He will be exposed and he will be trounced. I said it yesterday on the debate. I started the debate straight 8 Mile, man. I went straight Eminem. I said, Nas, we're going to shelf the ether right now because that's when I go into full and most deadliest form. I didn't need that form. I went into the second most deadliest form. I came straight 8 Mile. I came Eminem on that ass. And I shut it down. That's why you saw I started everything with IBFP or whatever the fart his name is, straddling to the fence, being all defensive, getting all emotional. D. Jefferson's my boy, man, but he had to admit that counter was something like nobody's business. I had Wasi in the comments. I had Tory Beckford. I had shout outs to Woodstar TV. You know what I'm saying? I had JB. You know what I'm saying? I had Marcus Harrell. I had all of them. I had the Rudy Poo and the Plum Brain Mikey Garcia fanboys on high alert. That's right. I had everybody on there, man. Everybody was locked and loaded and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Black Vela 23. I had everybody ready to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Billy Freeman. The names go on and on and on and on, man. And it got so much to the point now, Autopsy Lee. And it got so much to the point now, you know what I'm saying? Esau, you know, the devil, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? The Black Republican. See, I can go on and on, man. There's a lot of real G's out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cats that come up on the page, you know what I'm saying? Mr. You know, Little Kim Breezy, you know who I'm talking about. You know, a lot of them, man. There's a lot of cats out here, you know what I'm saying? And hats off to y'all. The Useki Knights, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, man. You know, Luis Velez, you know, I can go on and on, man. You know what I'm saying? But the list goes on. The point that I'm trying to make is this. Because, see, that's the thing. You'll see that's different from me than other cats on YouTube. I will shout out to these people because they support me. So because they support me, I will continue to support them. You know, I have to give shout outs to Manuel Arecta. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy right there in arms. Always got my back, too. You know what I'm saying? Jose Martinez, you know what I'm saying? See, if I missed you, my bad, you know what I'm saying? But the list goes on and on and on and on of people that come in, show their support, you know what I'm saying? And I just go from there, you know what I'm saying? I have to shout them out because I feel like you have to do that. That's the right thing to do. I'm an 80s baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Our generation, we've learned that you respect your elders, you know what I'm saying? You give props and you give credit where credit's due. These Rudy Poo and these Plum Brain new age cats, they don't do stuff like that. You know, they selfish to the core. They don't understand how these things work. So hats off to all of y'all. But here's the thing. Mikey Garcia, man, the guy is going to get demolished, exposed, and trounced. I threw that napalm, man. That 8 Mile, dog. It started the scene. What did I say? The Stephen A. Smith. And he want to sit here and say, well, see, Stephen A. Smith is discredited because he doesn't know nothing about boxing. Listen, man, Stephen A. Smith's a very smart guy. And he doesn't need to be in the boxing room long enough. If he takes his time out because of how intelligent he is, and he really focuses on just boxing instead of all of these different sports, he'll know the sport. He'll know the sweet science because I believe he's that smart of a guy. But it wasn't about his lack or his, you know what I'm saying, his ineptitude of not understanding the sweet science. It was about his effective ability that I have. We both share that, of cornering somebody and countering that person beautifully without the person even knowing they're being countered. And by the time they're countered, it's already too late. What did he say to Mikey Garcia? He gave the Terrence Crawford example. I have to rewind that and bring that back because you guys have to understand the gravity and how Mikey Garcia was a triple buck dancer and a triple back dancer, just like IBFP or whatever the fart his name is. What did he say, man? He said that Errol Spence would be too much for Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford is moving up. You just double talked. You just double spoken. Why? Because here's the thing. Terrence Crawford already been at 147 pounds. But I get the argument. You're saying he hasn't assimilated to 147 yet. So if a guy like that hasn't fully assimilated to the weight class and he still needs to have a few tune-ups, which is what I've been trying to say from the jump. I mean, see, this is conventional boxing wisdom. Come on, man. I'm just giving you guys nothing but cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. I'm a truth teller out here in these streets. I don't got time to reside in opinionated realms. I'm going to say that again. I don't have time to reside in opinionated realms. I deliver the truth, and that's it. The truth hurts, but guess what? The motherfucker sets you free. And how is the truth setting Mikey Garcia's ass free? He told the truth. He already basically predestinated or pre-told that he's going to lose the fight, because he said that Terrence Crawford has not fully assimilated in the 147-pound division, and Errol Spence's size and his power would be a bit too much. If you guys recall, I've always said that Terrence Crawford is the guy that would give Errol Spence the most and biggest fits when it comes to boxing, because of his boxing ability and because of his switch hitting style. He would give Errol Spence mad fits. But I still got Errol Spence winning that fight 51 to 49% because of, no pun intended, Denzel Washington, but the two equalizers, thudding power and body snatching work. I believe that as we go into the deep waters of the fight, as we get into the championship rounds of the fight, Errol Spence, as what people need to understand, he gets stronger as the fight goes on. I don't think there's any boxer in the game right now that turns it on and gets as strong, as much of an Energizer bunny as Errol Spence. And Errol Spence will turn it on to where Terrence Crawford, while he's starting to wane, because Terrence Crawford has excellent conditioning, but when you're in there with Errol the Truth Spence, your conditioning will wane because he wears you out. He applies this unlimited pressure, just like he does it in the square circle. I do it on YouTube. It's called that tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work, just like I do tactical, just like I do tactical verbal aggression, technical verbal placement, and body verbal work on YouTube. It's an unlimited pressure, man. It's like keeping, basically, that's where you see I come up with this term. I'm keeping the foot on the what on the next. I'm keeping the foot on the what on the next. Because when you keep the gas on the pedal, eventually that person has to they have to squeal because the pressure is too much, man. Have you ever seen when people go down in leagues and leagues of water? That's why the submarines can't do that. These divers, they can't go so far down the water because the pressure of the water, it will make their bodies explode. It will explode the submarine. This is the thing that Errol Spence is going to do to Mikey Garcia. And I think Mikey Garcia was predestinating how his fight is going to turn out. And Stephen A. Smith was able to bring it out. Basically, if you're saying that Terrence Bud Crawford, which is the superior boxer than yourself, does not have the chance against the likes of Errol the Truth Spence, how do you, coming up 2 weight classes, have that chance? And what we saw was Mikey Garcia stuttering. Kept caught his tongue. He didn't know how to respond to that because I think reality sunk in. And that's what people need to understand. This is why you see IBFP or whatever the fuck his name is having what I call the inevitable IBFP anxiety attack for this week. Because this is anxiety attack week. Because come March 16th, Errol Spence is going to what? Man down. Flat line. Strap season. Hulk smash Mikey Garcia. And there are no two ways around that bad boy. Via what? 5th round TKO stoppage and book that motherfucker. See, I've been consistent, man. That's what He Knows His Sport is delivering you. Because once them deep waters come in those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th rounds, Mikey Garcia is going to be suffocated. He's going to realize he's dealing with Aquaman, Errol the Truth Spence. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.